So the other day, I was walking in the city because I didn't really know the city well and I wanted to figure it out. But I didn't want to just do some boring ass shit where I look on Google Maps and walk around to some shops or whatever. So I kind of just went exploring. I went down some random streets and tried to find something interesting. I don't know. I did find a homeless guy. It was this real big Asian dude, like real big. He was heavy looking. But for some reason, he defied the laws of gravity and was able to like do head spins and break dance crazy. It was like so fast you could feel the wind coming off him. Like I swear if he was any faster, he would start flying. But anyway, yeah, I walked around for ages and then eventually I met these dudes. They were doing like parkour. It was probably like a 5-story building, but they would scale the building, get to like the 3rd story, and then they would jump off, land almost on their shoulder, and then like roll. And like I thought that was cool. And then I started talking to some of them, and they were telling me, it's pretty easy. You could just, learn it. And so they get me to do it somehow. I'm climbing up this building. That's the easy part. You're just grabbing ledges and scaling. Like, it's not that hard. It's just different parts that you have to do and not look down, obviously. But then you get to that 3rd level, and you're like, fuck, because you're looking down. And you can't not jump because everyone's expecting you to jump. But you also really don't want to jump. So I jump, and then I try to land on like my shoulder, but I end up kind of landing on my arm, and I break it like instantly. I heard the bone snap. So anyway, these guys, they felt really bad because they didn't really expect me to jump. So they bought me pizza to kind of apologize. Even though it wasn't their fault, I jumped off that building with my own volition or whatever. But they bought me pizza. It was good. It was a good pepperoni pizza. It was a new place. I haven't seen that place before. But yeah, I had to walk home on my own. And then I didn't get an ambulance because I didn't want to like pay for the ambulance or anything. So I walked home with that broken arm. And it was a nice long walk. I kind of got lost a little bit. And then I eventually found my way back to the homeless guy. And at that point I got jumped by this whole group of ninjas. They were fully wearing blacked out like a phantom. But they had these like ski masks on, fully blacked out, and a rice hat. It was a crazy ass fit. But I managed to I knocked out about 5 of them. And then there were like 3 left. And this Asian master comes in, he jumps, lands right in front of me. And he says, "You passed the test." I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on about? Like, you just tried to jump me and now you're trying to call it a test? Like, it's just a prank, bro. But anyway, they try to explain that there's some weird stuff going on, and I was skilled enough of a fighter to join them. So I obviously joined them. I had nothing important to do. So we make it to this pizza place, and we're like crawling through the vents trying to sneak around and stuff. And the leader guy, he has this whole monologue to me. I wasn't really paying attention, something about his daughter or whatever. But what I get from it was they were turning babies and like children into pizzas. We don't like that. We don't eat babies. So we jumped down from the vent, and there's this guy, he was like chopping up baby arms into like little rolls and putting that on a pizza. We beat the fuck out of that guy. We kicked him in the face. That guy's dead now. There was no chance of survival. It was a group of about like 13 ninjas, and we were all running around in these rice hats. It was the most ridiculous thing. And so we beat the fuck out of this kitchen of people making baby pizza. After I knocked out most of the people, we eventually came to the owner. We had to kill the owner. And so it was this guy named like Epstein or some shit. But basically we knocked down his door and we tried to kill him, but he got sniper shotted from like, I don't even know where, from like a different building or something, right? He got shot instantly. And I'm like, fuck, this is none of my business. And the Asian guy didn't know who that was either. So I kind of just left. I did not want to deal with that. I need to catch up with those guys and see what happened, because it got wild in that end. Yeah, I walked home. And I think a week later, I decided to go to the hospital for my broken arm. That was pretty much it. Not really that eventful, but I hope you guys like my story.